By the way, Mike Trout just signed a $400-some million contract. 7 years as baseball's best player. 1 playoff hit, no stolen bases. I mean, again, a lot of rich, irrelevant people in America that own waste management companies, but NBA guys want to make some money, and they want to be relevant. They want to win games. They care. Baseball guys, give me the money, highest bidder, I'm out. Nothing against Mike. He's a nice kid. He could be in a mall in Los Angeles, though, and nobody would know, because when you're not on the playoffs in baseball, nobody knows who you are. And that's why I always support these NBA guys. Well, except, Westbrook. So, by the way, last night, Oklahoma City lost at home to Miami. Oklahoma City was a 3rd seed not long ago. They are now shrinking. They're down to a 6th seed, 1 game out of 8th place. And everybody in the West is hot, except Oklahoma City. Houston's hot. Oh, Houston's on fire. Utah's on fire. The Clippers are on fire. Houston's won 9 of 10, Denver 4 straight, San Antonio 9 straight, Jazz 7 of 10, Clippers won 8 of 10, Oklahoma City, longest current losing streak in the NBA, 4 wins last 13 games. It coincides with the time that Westbrook decided to shoot a lot. Westbrook got a technical the other night, banged into Klay Thompson inexplicably, got a technical. He knew it would suspend him for a game, and that game was last night, and they lost. This is on Westbrook. Not able to play because he can't control himself. Self-awareness is an underrated talent. He doesn't have a ton of it. Westbrook, I always suspected, can play great, play nice for 60 games. Post-trading deadline, down the stretch, intensity in the NBA increases, wins matter, he unravels. And he's officially unraveling. And so are the Thunder, who now, as of this morning, would open up against the Houston Rockets on the road, and they're absolutely healthy and on fire. Games now start to matter. Being available, not suspended. Face of the franchise, controlling your temper, sort of matters. As I've said, don't hate Westbrook, hate his game. I don't always love Steph Curry, love his game. You are your game, and right now Oklahoma City is the only really, really good NBA team with really good players that is ice cold. Who are you going to blame? You're going to pay the star all the money. Got to take a couple hits. That's what I've said. His DNA unravels. Add a little pressure to it. But last night you're losing at home to Miami. Come on. Not good enough. Joy with the news.
No.
Turn on the news.
This is the Herd Line News.
It's a very interesting remix to Don't Hate the Player, Hate the Game there, Colin.
I actually sometimes do hate the player and his game.
You do not hate Westbrook. Don't say you hate Westbrook.
No, I like it. I don't know him, but his game wears me out. I don't know what. By the way, Stevie Francis hated his game. They're just guys, some guys, John Wall's game drives me crazy. I love Shane Battier's game, but it was a limited game. Ray Allen was a shooter, but I loved Ray Allen's game. You know, some games just, like there's certain...
They're just not for your aesthetic.
I was not, exactly. Johnny Manziel, didn't love the way he played quarterback. Just didn't like his game. Andrew Luck, love his game.
Part of the Board 4. So, Odell Beckham Jr. is going off the grid, maybe. He wrote a lengthy message on Instagram this morning alongside an image of just a black box, just black. He said, PSA, I love you all so much. For the ones that follow and support, I thank you all for that. I'm taking an emotional, mental, physical vacation. I appreciate the love, honestly, but at this point, for the next couple of days, I'm going dark. I won't be around. Phone is gone. With all due respect, please don't text, call, FaceTime unless it's of the utmost importance. I really need some time to vibe and just get away, process, reevaluate some of the things in my life, as much has changed for me recently. Then he recently deleted that post that he posted this morning, which is kind of weird because I don't have any problem with this at all.
By the way, he's announcing he's leaving Instagram for 2 days. That's a little needy.
Well, I don't see anything about 2 days, but
I thought you said for days.
The next couple of days.
So
I think couple is more of like 3 to 5. It can vary, like 2 to 5.
Okay, so I like him, but let me say
Are you
this.
one of those people that thinks that couple specifically means 2?
Well, Yeah, like if you and I were a couple, that
Well,
would
yeah,
be
I
2.
know that, but like when you're talking about taking a couple of days, like if you took 3 days, I wouldn't be like, well, you said you were taking a couple.
Well, if I knocked on your door and you're my neighbor, I'm making a cake and I need a couple of eggs, how many would you give me?
2 to 3.
Okay, I'd give 2. Because a couple.
Well, you would just ask for 3? Okay, anyway, the point is, okay, so he said he's going away for 2 days.
All right.
And he changed his mind, so maybe he isn't. I don't know. But the point is, I don't have a problem with this. Now, he did have some interesting comments to NFL Network's Kimberly Jones when the trade actually happened. He said, she spoke to him, and he said it's bittersweet, but it is what it is. It's life. At this point, I have no idea what to think. I'm trying to process it right now. Now, granted, that was right after the trade happened, but look, we talk about it all the time. We are talking about this trade because we're excited and we're going to see with Baker Mayfield, and the Browns are going to be interesting. But it is still a very jarring change to go from New York City to Cleveland, Ohio, and a completely different team in space.
But you're more willing to support the player where, like, I think people in the media are incredibly needy when they do this. I can't take Twitter. It's too vile. I'm signing off. Bye-bye. You don't need to announce it.